Let's say for this effect, I hand the deck over to the spectator and they can give it a shuffle. After they're done shuffling the deck, I would ask the spectator to go ahead and place the deck on the table and cut the deck anywhere they would like. Let's say they cut it here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take this card and we're going to leave it right in the box. But before we do that, I just wanted to show you there's nothing in the box. So this card will stay right here in the box until the very end. So, I can now show the spectator that every single card here is different, and they really mixed up the deck as much as they wanted. So, what we're going to do is cut the deck, because you cut the deck. So I'm going to cut the deck, and I'm going to place this card right here. So keep in mind, the deck was shuffled. You cut anywhere you wanted. We placed that top card in the box here. Then I showed you all the cards were different. I gave the cards one cut and I took this card. Let's see what card the spectator cut to. In this case, they cut to the 5 of diamonds. So, remember, I showed you all the cards were different, and I cut the deck a few times. What if this card matched the 5? And the spectator can turn over this card and see that it is the perfect match. So that is the trick for today. If you would like to learn how to do this, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. So this is actually a bit of a different trick. So before I go into this trick, I would like to explain to you what you're going to need and where I saw this trick from. So the first thing right off the bat you're going to need, so if you want to click off the video because you don't have this, now is going to be your chance. But you're going to need a marked deck of cards. Okay, so it's not going to be a normal deck, but you will need a marked deck. Now, I am working on a way to do this impromptu, so maybe for the next video, I will have it figured out by then. But right up front, I'm going to tell you, you need a marked deck of cards. So if you want to click off right now, you can. So for those of you that didn't click off, or you just want to see the video anyway, the cards I'm using are the Rise V2 playing cards. Now these are marked, and this is actually my only marked deck, okay? So this is why I'm using this deck for this effect. Plus, I never used this deck before. So I have a deck review for this deck, so I will leave that in the description down below. So that means with a marked deck, you're going to need to know how to do the markings. Now, I'm still practicing the markings, but I think it worked out pretty well there. So I'm going to show you the original way for how this is done, and then I will show you what I did during the performance. It really is the original way, just one thing actually happened during performance. So once you have your own marked deck, you're all set to go. So I like to have the box too, but is not necessary. So you're going to hand the deck over to the spectator, and they can give these a shuffle. It really doesn't matter. Once they're done shuffling the deck, you could even spread these face up and show they're all different. That doesn't matter either. So once you've done that, you're going to explain to the spectator that you would like for them to cut the deck anywhere they would like. So let's say they cut it here. And now you're going to be talking to them and explaining that they couldn't cut the deck anywhere they wanted. They mixed the deck, they shuffled it, they did everything. And all you're going to do is look down at this card and read it. Now, since I'm still practicing the marking system, I might actually mess this up, but I'm going to try my best here. So I'm going to go with the 8 of diamonds. Okay, so the 8 of hearts, so not bad. Okay, so if we do that again, let's say we cut here, and we notice that we have the 2 of hearts right there, okay? So that's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to make sure you can read that marking and you are right, okay? Or make sure you know the color at least of it, okay? Because if it's the 2 of hearts or the ace of hearts, for example, let's go with that for this example. The card gets put in the box, you know it's a red ace. You go through the deck, you only see one red ace. Well, that means that is the soulmate to the ace in the box, meaning they did choose a red ace. I hope that made sense, but that's really all there is to it. And I'm not going to be teaching the marking system either, because you're going to need to purchase the deck, and a little card's going to come with it that actually tells you where to learn the system. Plus, since this is a limited edition deck, I don't want to give away the secret. But any marked deck will work. So for here, it looks like we have the 6 of hearts, the 6 of spades. So sometimes the marking is actually wrong on some of these cards, I notice. Like where the heart is supposed to be, there's a spade. So maybe this isn't the best deck, but let's just move on now. So this is all you're going to do. You're going to have them cut the deck, and then you're going to read the marking. And once you know it in your head, don't make it look like you're actually reading the marking. Just take a quick glimpse. Try to remember where the marking is, what it looks like, and then try to decipher it that way. So in this case, we have the 2 of hearts. I would read it, and I would know the 2. You would turn around and have them place this card in the box. And they can even look and see there's nothing in the box. That doesn't matter. So once it goes in the box, you can collect the deck. And if you want, you can have it shuffled again. It doesn't matter. So now you know you have either a red 2 or the 2 of hearts in the box. Whichever is easy to remember. Whichever is easiest. So you're going to take the deck face up, and you're just going to go through showing all the faces, and you're going to be explaining that they mixed the deck, they could have cut anywhere, all the cards are different, and all you're going to do is use the call, and you're going to bring the mate, the 2 of diamonds, to the top of the deck. Now, really quick, I want to go over mates. So, mates would be, first of all, it's going to be the same number. So you would have a jack, okay? But they both have to be black. So in this case, the jack of clubs and the jack of spades. Now, it even works the other way. If you have the ace of spades, you would have the ace of clubs. Now, let's say, just going through here real quick, let's take a heart out. Perfect. These are mates right here. They're both 3. They're both red. Hearts go with diamonds. Clubs go with spades. So now that you know how that works, that is all you're going to be doing. You're just going to be calling the mate to the top of the deck. But you want it to look like you're just showing them all of the cards here. So I go through and I say, as you can see, all of the cards are different. You shuffled and you mixed these, and I just called that 2 of diamonds to the top of the deck. And then I say, how about we take the top card here and leave it to the side? And now the trick is all set. So you can say, remember the deck was shuffled. You cut the deck anywhere you wanted. We put the card you cut to in the box. I showed you all the cards were different. Then I took the top card. Let's see what you have in the box. In this case is the 2 of hearts. And the card I took off the top of the deck is the 2 of diamonds. So that is the original way, and that was what was supposed to happen in the performance. But let me show you what actually happened here. Just in case this does happen to you, you'll know what to do. So in case I didn't mention it, I'll leave the call down below in the description. But let's say you're still practicing the call. So when going through, you notice that you call 2 cards. So the 2 of diamonds is going to be second now from the top because of that black 6 right there. So you go through and you call those to the top, and you notice that you called it second from the top. Okay? Or maybe you don't even have this card on top. You just misplaced it and put it second. It doesn't matter. All I did was a double undercut. So I caught a break under the top card. So you can lift up with your thumb, or you can do a pinky count. It doesn't matter. But now you're going to do a double undercut. And then I throw that card off. I will leave a link for the double undercut if you don't know it. But now you have the 2 there, and in the box is the other 2. So I want to go over that really quick one more time. So the deck is going to be shuffled, and you explain to the spectator that you would like for them to cut the deck anywhere they would like. Let's say here. When they cut it, all you're going to do is try to read the marking on the back, but you're not going to just stare at it. You're going to look down, get a quick glimpse, and then talk to the spectator about whatever you would like. So it looks like here we have the 8 of clubs, and we do have the 8 of clubs. So thankfully that would work. So you would read the marking, you would be really confident, you would put the card in the box, or the spectator can. That might actually be better. You could gather these together, have the spectator shuffle these, it doesn't matter. But now once they're done, they're going to hand them back, and you're going to explain all the cards are different, they shuffled, they did everything. You're going to go through and you're going to look for that 8, and don't stop at the 8. You're going to continue going through the deck, but now once you see the 8 right here, you're just going to call it, and you're going to want to call it to the top of the deck, turn it over and say, here, I'll take this card, and now you can recap the trick. They can open up the box, take out the 8 of clubs, and the card you cut to was the 8 of spades. So that is the trick for today. I hope you really enjoyed this. And this is a really easy trick to do with any mark deck. And it's also good if you're practicing the markings as well, and if you're practicing how to call. So I will leave everything down below in the description I mentioned in this video. If you would like me to continue making some videos using mark decks, maybe start a series about, I don't know, 1 or 2 videos a month using mark decks, let me know down below in the description and I will do that. If you are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next week with some new videos. Bye.